You think the more technology a car has, the safer and more durable it becomes. The truth is the complete opposite. Many so-called innovations are actually stupid, features silently destroying reliability, sending repair bills into the thousands of dollars. Here are the 10 most dangerous offenders every driver should watch out for. Number 1. Keyless entry. It sounds modern. Walk up, press a button, and drive away. But in reality, keyless entry is a nightmare. First, that tiny fob costs more than $400. Lose it, drop it, or run out of battery, and you're stuck instantly. Even worse, thieves love this system. With a cheap relay device, they can clone the signal remotely. Your car disappears from the driveway without a broken window or forced lock. To make things sillier, many owners don't even know where to keep the fob since there's no ignition slot. What was once simple now feels complicated. A traditional key just turns, works for decades, and cannot be hacked. Instead, you now worry about both theft and repair costs. A feature that seems luxurious actually opens the door literally for risks and losses. Number 2. Engine Street Art Stop. Start-stop sounds like fuel-saving magic, but in truth, it's a silent engine killer. Every restart drains the battery, wears down the starter motor, and lowers oil pressure exactly when the engine needs it most. In heavy traffic or freezing weather, the damage is even worse. The car feels sluggish, shakes, and loses longevity. According to Consumer Reports, vehicles with start-stop systems burn through batteries 40% faster, often requiring expensive AGM or EFB replacements. Drivers think they're saving fuel, but really they're only helping automakers pass emission tests. The good news is you can switch it off. Once disabled, you'll notice smoother restarts, healthier engine operation, and most importantly, your wallet staying safe. Start-stop isn't a convenience, it's a disguised cost trap. Number 3. Turbocharged engines. Turbo power feels thrilling, but it comes with a heavy price on reliability. Forced induction means extreme heat and enormous pressure across pistons, gaskets, and cooling systems. Just one weak component and the whole setup collapses. Many European cars suffer turbo failure in just tens of thousands of miles. Replacement costs run into thousands of dollars, sometimes half the value of the car itself. Turbos demand high-quality oil, strict maintenance, and frequent service. Skip an oil change and you'll hear whining noises, see blue smoke from the exhaust, and feel your wallet emptying. By contrast, naturally aspirated engines are simpler, cheaper to maintain, and far more durable. A turbo gives you short-term thrills but long-term bills. And in the end, the only one celebrating the boost is your mechanic. Number 4. Cylinder deactivation. Shutting down cylinders while cruising sounds clever, but it's really a ticking time bomb. Engines are forced into a half-asleep mode, leading to oil burning, collapsed lifters, and loud knocking noises. GM and Ram V8 engines are notorious for lifter failure, sometimes killing the engine before 50,000 miles. And when it breaks, you're not just replacing small parts, you're buying an entire engine, often costing $3,500 or more. The fuel savings barely noticeable compared to the massive repair bills. Honda and Mazda use softer versions of this system, but the risks still exist. A good engine should run smoothly and consistently, not flick on and off like a video game. If driving makes you anxious about when your engine might fail, then whatever gas you saved won't matter. You've already lost peace of mind. Number 5. Electronic parking brake. Replacing a sturdy handbrake lever with a tiny button might look sleek, but the reality is frustrating. When the motor or sensor fails, your car instantly turns into a giant paperweight. In winter, many drivers discover their electronic brake frozen, solid, refusing to release. And if your battery dies, guess what? The electronic brake dies too, leaving you stranded in a parking lot or on the roadside. Mechanics dislike them as well. Resetting the system requires specialized tools, pushing labor costs from several hundred to over $1,000. Meanwhile, traditional handbrakes are reliable, cheap, and give real feedback in your hand. Technology here doesn't improve safety. It only adds complexity, raises repair bills, and leaves you regretting the day you traded a simple lever for a fragile button. Number 6. CVT transmission. Continuously variable transmissions, or CVTs, are advertised as smooth and fuel-efficient. In reality, they're a nightmare for many drivers. Instead of gears, they rely on belts and pulleys. Sounds clever, but it's fragile. Belts slip over heat and wear quickly. When a CVT starts failing, you'll feel jerky, acceleration, delayed response, or the car simply refusing to speed up. Nissan models with Jatco CVTs are infamous, turning once reliable vehicles into repair disasters. The worst part, CVTs are nearly impossible to fix. You usually need a complete replacement. Costs range from several $1,000s, sometimes more than the car is even worth. Toyota and Honda have made improvements, but the bad reputation still haunts CVTs. It's a textbook example of technology that looks great on paper but punishes you in real life. Number 7. Air suspension. Want to feel like you're floating on clouds? Air suspension delivers until it betrays you. Instead of steel springs, it uses airbags and a compressor. The problem is, even the smallest leak drops your car to the ground overnight. The compressor then overworks, burns out, and triggers a domino effect where valves, sensors, and lines all fail in sequence. The repair bill, easily thousands of dollars. Drivers often hear hissing, groaning, or random squeaks before the whole system collapses. Meanwhile, traditional steel springs last decades with little maintenance. Air suspension might feel luxurious, but it's a ticking wallet bomb. You pay big for a short-lived comfort only to suffer long-term pain in your bank account. Buy once, regret forever. Number 8. Overcomplicated infotainment systems. Giant touchscreens spread across dashboards look futuristic, but in practice they're frustrating and fragile. A single software glitch can shut down climate control, backup cameras, and navigation all at once. Tesla and Mercedes owners have complained that a bad over-the-air update left their cars without basic controls. Replacing a failed screen or control module often costs thousands of dollars and is rarely DIY-friendly. Worse, touch controls demand your eyes and fingers while driving. Miss a tap and you're distracted at 60 miles per hour, a risk old-school knobs never created. Automakers brag these systems, make driving easier, but reality proves the opposite. They're expensive, distracting, and unreliable. Simplicity lasts, complexity crashes. Number 9. Electronic throttle drive. Eye-by-wire. The era of mechanical throttle cables is gone, replaced by sensors and signals. Drive-by-wire seems advanced, but it hides dangerous flaws. Instead of a cable, your gas pedal sends electronic messages to the ECU. When the sensor is dirty, misaligned, or failing, the car reacts unpredictably, lagging throttle, sudden surges, or no response at all. Many accidents have been linked to electronic throttle errors. Repair isn't cheap either. Replacing sensors, reflashing the ECU, or tracing wiring faults can cost thousands of dollars. By contrast, mechanical cables almost never fail without warning and are cheap to fix. What once was simple and trustworthy is now another complex, failure-prone system. Progress. More like regression in disguise. Number 10. Pop-out door handles. Tesla and Range Rover popularized pop-out handles, sleek and futuristic at first glance. But in real life, they're a joke. Cold weather freezes them shut, leaving you locked out. If the internal motor fails, the door becomes a steel wall, even in emergencies. Stories abound of drivers smashing windows to rescue kids or pets trapped inside. Repairs aren't cheap either, running hundreds to over $1,000 per door. Meanwhile, old-fashioned mechanical handles last for decades with zero drama. Pop-out handles prove a painful lesson. Looking cool doesn't equal safe or reliable. Sometimes the most basic solution is the best. These so-called modern features don't extend a car's life. They shorten it, complicate repairs, and drain your wallet. Don't be fooled by flashy tech. Sometimes the strongest, smartest choice is keeping things simple and mechanical. Subscribe for more breakdowns on the features that truly matter for long-term reliability.